right. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you're all here. This is the listing challenge. We are on week 7. So before we get into today's session, just want to give everybody an opportunity to share where they are in the listing challenge. Are you still on track? Have you fallen off the wagon? Are you getting your horses, rallying the horses and getting everything back on track, or are you struggling? Are you making progress? Where are you in your journey? Everybody's unmuted, so you have the opportunity to go ahead and share where you are in the listing challenge. So I will go ahead and share where I am. My number is 42 every single week. And so this week I was a little short, not a lot short, but just a little bit short. And working on autism awareness, print on demand products, and just a little busy with that. That's had me a little busier than what I anticipated. But I will catch up those ones that I didn't get done because Autism Awareness Month is next month. And I wanted to make sure that I got all of the listings active before we got too far into the month. So does anybody else want to share where they are on their listing challenge journey, week 7? Anybody want to share? I think everybody's unmuted. I don't know if you're talking, I can't hear you. It could be my mic situation. Let me just make sure it's not me, because sometimes it's me. We are using, nope, we're good. All right, so does anyone want to share where they, oh, no, we lost somebody. Allowed to talk. What is going on? It says there, okay, something weird is going on with the computer, I guess. So I think I gave everybody permission to talk. Pretty sure I did. Okay, can you hear me okay? Because sometimes my mic is not acting right. Can you hear me okay? If you don't want to talk, you can just type it in the chat. Yes, I can hear you. No, I cannot. Are you saying something? I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me.
We can hear you. The chat's disabled.
The chat is disabled. Why is the chat disabled? Oh, I don't understand that. Okay. Okay. There we go. Hopefully the chat is enabled. All right, you can hear me now. Okay. So, sorry, I will just restart. So Larry, if you hear this, just restart it. So this is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers, and this is the print on demand, sorry, not the print on demand, the listing challenge. And this is week 7. And we are talking about where we are in the journey for those who want to share. So my number is 42 listings a week. And I have really close this week, didn't quite hit the number, but got really, really close. So I anticipate that I will catch up next week, been focusing on autism awareness stuff. Does anyone else want to share where they are in the listing challenge?
Hey, it's Anissa.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Been a busy week. Got spring break going on, so my life is not my own.
I hear that. I hear that. So I haven't been able to list my 5 a day for a couple of reasons. One, I kind of ran out of inventory.
Oh,
and I need to watch the inventory that I need to list.
okay.
And then also I was trying to learn how to use a cross-listing tool and to be able to list on Poshmark, but it was extremely overwhelming because of all the notifications of followers that I was getting. So
Yeah.
that kind of like took me out. It was extremely overwhelming. So I had to kind of like scale back, and hopefully
Okay,
I'll get to the laundromat on Thursday.
that's okay. But progress is progress, and you took the opportunity. Sometimes we have to slow down to speed up. So you took the opportunity to step back for a second, and listing tool is going to help you. Getting Poshmark going is going to help you. And so there will be a benefit from this, where you are in this journey. So I'm excited for you. I'm very excited. Anyone else want to share?
Hello, it's Robin.
Hello, Ms. Rob.
Now, before I left to go to Italy, I only
Nice.
got to post 7 items, but I got 7 items up.
Uh-huh.
I did them a little quicker than I did the items before, so I think you guys are right with me timing and practicing. I'm getting a little faster.
That's good.
Now, since I've been back from Italy, and I actually said I wasn't going to do any listing on the weekend, but I was kind of hyper from being back from Italy. So I listed I listed about 2 items every day. So I probably have a total, since I've been back, I probably have a total of about 8 items that I've listed. So I got to pick it up. But I'm off track, but I'm on track. So I'm okay.
Well, first of all, I want to tell you that I'm jealous that you went to Italy. That's one of my favorite places. I got to go there. In my married life, I took my husband at the time. We went to Italy, and I had a fantastic time. I don't know that he appreciated it, but but I had a great time. And we got to go to Florence, which was my favorite. Went to Venice. We went to Rome, and I would love to take the boys one day. So
I hit all 3 of those this trip. This is my second trip to Italy. I love Italy.
it.
So I'm really, really loving Italy. So I'm planning another one.
Oh, well, you know what? I might try to talk you into letting me join you, because I actually love Italy. I love it so much.
Oh, sure.
But anyway, congratulations on doing that. And we celebrate where you are in your listing journey. We celebrate that, because
Yeah.
sometimes you have to step backwards for just a little bit. So you will get caught up. We're in week 7. We got a few more weeks to go, another 5 weeks after this. So you'll get there.
I believe so, because it's getting easier. I noticed that the more I've been, like, this challenge is making me post stuff every day, I'm getting better with the timing of it. It's not taking me so long.
And that's good.
Mhm.
All right, let me just see if anybody else joined, because I had to hit the reset here, me and this microphone. So nope, not at this time. All right, so what we're going to do today is, I don't know if you're an Amazon seller, but I decided that we're going to go through each one of the platforms and what they recommend as far as that specific platform, what they recommend when it comes to their listings. So Amazon has some specific guidelines and recommendations. eBay has some recommendations. Etsy has some recommendations. Walmart has. So we're going to hit each one of those. This week, we're going to focus on Amazon and what their recommendations are. So let me share my screen. And hopefully Larry will edit that. Who knows? Anyway. All right. So directly from Amazon, this is what they are recommending as far as listings are concerned. So the first thing on their listing optimization guidelines or suggestions are, regarding your title, they say capitalize the first letter of each word. I teach that all the time. Yes, 100% do that. Don't capitalize conjunctions. So that makes 100% sense. Or they said any prepositions that are fewer than 5 letters. I don't normally have that kind of stuff in my title. So it's not been a thought of mine. Use numbers instead of words. So if you have a number, that don't write the word 2, write the number 2. Let me scoot this down. State the number of items in the bundle. Always, if you go through my bundle training, I teach that you do need to say if this is a pack of this, if it's a bundle of that, and if it's 3 pieces in it, so PCS, whatever it happens to be. And here's the other thing. Now, this is Amazon. So Amazon's common you know, if you're doing bundles, is they will say pack, because those are normally multi-packs in most cases. A set, they will use the word set whenever there's bundles, or pieces. And normally I'll do abbreviation to PCS. You can do the full word pieces if you want to, but pieces, you know, 8 pieces. So if I'm doing like a Easter bundle, or I'm doing a Christmas stocking bundle or something like that, I might say 8 pieces in it. And instead of like, it's not a set of 8 and it's not a pack of 8, there's 8 pieces in it. Whereas if you go and list on eBay may use a different word when it comes to bundles, something that's more than one of something. A lot of the times you will see the word lot. So they will also use the word bundle. So just be mindful of that. So Amazon, those are the common ones that they have: set, pieces, pack. So those are common. Keep it under 200 characters. Yeah, and I always say the first 5 words need to be those strong keywords for the item itself. Only use standard text, no special characters or symbols. Absolutely do not include the price or quantity. I do include the quantity when it makes sense, when it's a bundle type of situation. Don't use all caps. Absolutely. Don't include information about yourself. Correct. Don't include promotional messages. Yeah. So, you know, if you're going to do promotions on Amazon, they want you to do, you know, do a campaign through the promotions features. Use your seller name as the brand or manufacturer only if the product is private label, and do not include subjective complimentary words like hot item or bestseller. So don't do that. And I don't do any of those. The only other thing I would add, this is directly from Amazon, is I would add that the first 5 words need to be what those strong keywords that you need it to be. All right, so the next is key features. And so those are like the bullets that you see on your Amazon listing if you're listing on Amazon. So highlight the top 5 features that are important to a customer. So like the dimensions, age appropriateness, the country of origin, warranty. I rarely, if ever, put country of origin in the 5 features. Like I don't even remember ever doing that. Maybe I've done that once or twice in my years of being a seller, but I don't ever put that. Warranty only if it makes sense. If this is an item that has some level of a warranty. Most of the stuff that I sell, I mean, I will do resell products and they might have a warranty, but most of the stuff I sell, I will say, does not have a warranty. So that's not a problem. But age appropriateness is always helpful. So I do a lot of bundles for kiddos and themed characters and things like that, stockings, as I said before, Easter, Valentine's Day, Halloween, whatever. And so indicating, or back to school, indicating the age appropriateness, is good whenever you're doing that. Or if you don't use age appropriateness, like if I'm doing back to school bundles, I might say grade. If you don't want to put in age as a number, you may say toddlers. If it's good for little kids, infants, if you're selling something that's for infants. So if you don't want to say the age, those are other things that you can say. Child, good for boys, girls, whatever it happens to be, teens. So I will make those types of references in my listing bundles. Dimensions, I always include the dimensions no matter what. Like in most cases, depends on what I'm selling as to whether or not the dimensions are necessary. Begin each bullet with a capital letter. Yeah, that's a given. Write in fragments and do not include ending punctuation. Write all numbers as numerals. So again, instead of writing the word 2, TWO, write the number 2. Separate phrases in a bullet with semicolon. I do that all the time. So if I am mentioning multiple things within that one bullet, I will do a semicolon, spell out the measurements. For sure, don't use hyphens, symbols, periods. I'm going to say I actually do include every once in a gray shaded moon hyphens if it makes sense. Don't write vague statements. Be as specific as possible. Absolutely. Don't enter a company specific information. Yeah. Don't include promotional and pricing information. Correct. And don't include shipping or company information. So those are all things that I do. And like I said, the thing that I will emphasize is because of the nature of the things that I sell. Like if you were selling stuff for pets, you want to indicate if it's good for big dogs or small dogs, like you want to be specific in the key features if it's appropriate to do so. So if you're selling shoes and you have multiple sizes or they come in multiple colors, then again, I might mention that. If I'm not doing a variation listing, I might mention, like if I say, there are times when I create something and I would say, like the coloring book may vary, or the stickers may vary, or something like that. So you want to include things like that if it's going to vary. So if there's like a pink one or a blue one or a green one of something that you're selling, you want to indicate that it may vary. And then I put in parentheses the different colors and put a comma between them if it makes sense, or the different characters or whatever it happens to be that I'm selling. So keep those things in mind. Then the next thing is the description. They didn't have a lot of stuff written for the description. A lot of the stuff when you're writing out a description on Amazon, like the key features is the biggest piece of that. But the description, they said to describe the major product features, size, style, blah, 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 blah. And the description is normally further down. The key featured features is what you see typically next to the image on an Amazon listing. And so in some cases, the product description is much further down. So there will be some repeating from the key features. Include accurate dimensions and care instructions, warranty, yep. Use correct grammar, because this is more of a sentence or paragraph, maybe. Again, it's further down. And don't include any of the following information. So they keep telling us what not to include. And I think we pretty much know what not to include. So the last piece regarding what they recommend, and there was only one thing in here that I thought, okay, this is missing. But anyway, best product images will have a pure white background. Yep. And that at least 1000 DPI. And if it's fuzzy, because you don't want it to be fuzzy. Customers have to zoom in. So the thing you want to do is, in some cases, depending on where you're getting the image from or whether or not you created it yourself, like if you size it, the bigger size, it will make it easier for zooming purposes. When you rest your mouse over a listing on Amazon, like it'll do that automatic zoom depending on the size of the image. But if the image is too small, it may look funny or fuzzy, and it may not zoom well. So keep that in mind. There's different tools that you can use to resize it, but one of the easiest ones that I use is I use Paint. The other thing is when I save an image down, like if I'm saving it down from Canva, I'm using Canva to like strip the background off of it, and so I can just get the pure product by itself. Then I will increase the size in the download before I download it from Canva, making it so much easier to be able to upload it onto Amazon. Show the entire product, yep, and have the product occupy at least 80%. I always say the majority. I've said that for years before even reading what Amazon said. So I'm just like, make sure that it takes up the majority of the white space. That's the important thing. And include only what the customer will receive. So we were working, I don't know who I was working. I was working with one of the VAs, and they were working on our RAOA leads list. And he's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. And so we clicked on it, and the description said that they were getting 10 markers, but the picture was like 4 or 5 different things. I said, well, this is a problem. First of all, this would be cause an A to Z claim, which would indicate the product is not as described, and that's a problem. But the second thing, I said, so we don't ever want to choose one of these to put onto our list, because then people will be like, we don't know what we're getting. Like, am I getting this within this 5 different pieces? And they were all different pieces. There were 2 10-packs in there, 10 packs of markers, and then there was like 1 12-pack, 1 8-pack, and some like 15-pack or something. I'm like, but the description says you're only getting 10 markers. So I don't know why this picture, it doesn't match. I'm like, product is not as described. So he got a crash course in, what to look for in a listing and the description, so that way what he adds to the arbitrage leads list is accurate and not confusing for sellers. So the other thing that they say is that if your image includes any of the following elements, you will receive a quality alert on your listing: borders, watermarks, text. They don't like borders at all. Colored backgrounds, they would prefer that, or lifestyle pictures. They prefer all of their images to be white. Now, there's an exception to that. Like, you will see some pictures where, like, they're selling a lamp, or they are selling, a couch or a throw to go on a couch. And those will show the couch and the throw over the couch. So I've seen like more furniture type of stuff, but if you're selling like a mixer, that goes in the kitchen, or some type of appliance, they prefer the white background. So I think the lifestyle images and or colored backgrounds is subjective. It just depends. What I normally do, this is how I decide whether or not another main image is acceptable for Amazon, is I will look at the other images that are already in the category for where I'm about to list. And at the majority of the time, like if I'm selling a lawnmower, and majority of lawnmowers have a white background, but anyway, but if I'm selling a lawnmower and I pull up lawnmowers on Amazon and 70% are not a white background image, then it's okay for me to go with the flow and go with the crowd. So if you're not really sure, definitely pull up the category in which you plan on listing in and just do a search and look through, scan or pan the page to see what the main image is that it's showcasing for that particular product, even if it's in a bundle form. And if some of them are lifestyle, then you want to gauge what percentage of them are lifestyle or what percentage of them are not a white background, and then do that. The other thing is that if you're selling like a coffee mug, you might be selling a white coffee mug. And so you can't, selling a white coffee mug with a white background can potentially look weird and strange. So sometimes you got to change that background up a little bit and make it a little gray or something. Or I've seen people do a completely black background with a white coffee mug. So again, it just depends on what it is. They don't want you to include accessories that are not offered or included with the product. Absolutely. Multiple colors of the same product. So they don't want that in that listing, but in the images. But here's the deal. If I am selling an item where I am shipping all of the different colors, meaning, I don't know, rubber duckies. So rubber duckies are normally yellow, and let's say, since it's Autism Awareness Month, we found some multicolored rubber duckies. So it's like blue and purple and green and red and all these different colors. And so if we're selling that as an 8-pack, I'm going to include all of them. So again, it depends on what it is that you're listing or what it is that you plan on selling as to whether or not you include that. They don't want the word sale on any of the images, and they don't want any placeholder images where image is not available. So I hope that that is helpful for you all. That is like directly from Amazon what they like. And I just added a couple of other pieces that they didn't really cover, so that hopefully that will be helpful to you. So are there any questions? And I guess I will unmute others who have joined. Welcome. Are there any questions over what Amazon, and again, this is directly from Amazon, what they prefer, recommend, would like to see when it comes to your listings? All right. So next week is week 8 of the listing challenge. I'm hoping you're getting closer and closer to your numbers. We are wrapping it up on April the 25th. So you want to hit your goal number for that 90 days, keep trucking along, keep pushing yourself, keep working to be inspired by, the work that others are doing, but also pat yourself on the back every once in a while as you get through the listings that you are working on, so that way you can keep going. And again, you're setting a good foundation and a good momentum and pattern for the rest of Q2, because we're about to go into Q2, and hopefully that's going to reward you financially in the long run. That's the goal. That's the objective. So keep your eye on the prize and keep focusing on your why. Every day, my why walks into my office. So with that, unless you have something you want to share, and you're more than welcome to share at this time. All right. Well, guys, we are going to say goodbye for now. I will see you next week, and we will be talking about another platform and what they recommend when it comes to their listings. All right. Goodbye for now.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You have a blessed one.